guys! So today I have the ultimate cheat version on how to make these fried dough noodle rolls. I'm sure that you guys have all had it at dim sum before. It's really just fried dough wrapped around noodles, and they are amazing with this like sweet soy sauce that, you know, basically you pour over all of your dim sum. So anyways, it's going to be made completely with store-bought ingredients, so I'd love to show you how. Okay, so it really starts off with a package of these Chinese twist crullers, and either they're usually in the frozen section or they're in the section really next to the tofu is where I've seen them before. And one sometimes is really big, so sometimes you might even want to split one of these sticks in half, and basically you need about 3. So put it into the oven. According to package instructions, I think it's 350, just like 2 to 3 minutes, because you can over toast these very, very quickly and then they get way too hard. So after they're done, leave them off to the side, and you just want to make that really yummy sweetened soy sauce. So very basic ingredient. It's going to be 1 tablespoon of sugar. You're going to add about 2 tablespoons of hot water to it, and then finally 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. And I've been using that gluten-free soy sauce from Lee Kum Kee. I think it's like a good general soy sauce, but I've tried it with several and they pretty much all work. You just might have to adjust it a little bit to your tastes. So anyways, after you're done with the sauce part, now onwards to the noodle part. So some of you guys might have seen my dim sum pork noodle roll recipe where I use kind of thinner noodles to wrap than this. This is what I happened to find at the supermarket this time, but I would have actually preferred to have the thinner version. So in boiling water, I just stuck them in there for just about a minute or 2. I didn't want them to get overly soft so that I couldn't work with them. So same procedure as last time. I'm just gonna dip it into cold water. So now onwards to assembly. Usually the noodle rolls are wet enough so that it doesn't stick to the board, but if it does stick to the board, just put a little bit of water on the board first. And I'm just going to gently unravel the noodle roll. So it wasn't really like last time. Because it was thicker, it had a tendency to also kind of break where it naturally folded. So that's why I kind of would recommend, if you have the thinner version, to try to find it. But we're gonna try our best to work with what we have here. So right now I'm just measuring in terms of the fried dough. I didn't want noodle rolls that were too big, so I'm just gonna measure that out, and then I'm just gonna cut it just a little bit shorter than it needs to be. And then same thing, I have about a half a cup of chopped scallions that I have. I'm gonna use it to decorate later, but sometimes it's really nice to see little bits of green pop through, and it really provides that nice kind of like fresh, crunchy bite as well. So you just wanna roll it like that. And then I just kept it there for a little bit, hoping that it would seal itself just a little bit. So afterwards, I cut the edges off, and then whenever I see it at the dim sum, people are always using like kitchen scissors or kitchen shears to cut the rolls. So I'm trying to replicate the same thing. It was kind of really hard to do to get it nice like that, but anyways, I got it to something like this, and I think that they were a little bit looser than I would want. Again, I think because the noodles were a little bit thicker, and I wasn't able to get as much of the length that I wanted because it would break at the points where it would fold, but oh well, it's still really good. So I'm just going to put some scallions on top of this, and this is just going to make it a lot more pretty, and then kind of a couple spoonfuls of the sauce. Actually, the sauce really helps because it is not too salty at all because we diluted it with water, but because the crullers were also kind of fried and then baked again, this almost helps it soften so that it gets just to the right consistency that you would need. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this super simple recipe. As usual, if you want to see more recipes like this, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye!